Hey, I'm Ethan.
And I'm Isaac.
And this is All Things Video, a podcast that covers everything you need to know about leveraging video content for your business.
Join us as we discuss the latest tools, trends, and tactics in video marketing.
Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the All Things Video podcast. We're excited to be here today. Before we get into the topic of today's episode, Isaac, I'd love to know, what is one thing that you are just really excited about right now in terms of your work?
Man, I have to say processes. This has just been huge lately. One of our coworkers, Jen, she's the operations manager here. She does a fantastic job, and she has been helping us put in place a lot of processes for stuff. So even for this podcast, for our production, post-production, those are things that have given me so much confidence in the work I do, in knowing when I have that thought of, what do I need to do next year, whether it's on a shoot or editing or something, I can just look at that process and know exactly what the path forward is, and that's been huge and really freeing in my work lately.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy for creative minds. I think sometimes process is viewed as the enemy.
Yeah.
Because we just want to do our own thing and
Just
do
be
whatever
free.
feels exciting in the next moment. And yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen a lot of growth through adding processes to our team. I think something I'm excited about is just to see the growth of our team lately, our company, getting a lot more video projects, which is always exciting.
Yeah.
And working with new clients, bringing them on board. Even just this afternoon, we've got another call bringing a new one on, and that's always a lot of fun. So today, I think what we want to talk about is, in the past, we've talked about the importance of creating video content. But once you have that video content, what exactly do you do with it? There's a million options. I think a lot of people just kind of assume they just post it on their website and then wash their hands clean and that's it, right? Yeah, you just post it and move on. But every piece of video content that you as a business owner create has to bring you a return. So today we're going to talk about 9 ways to get the most value out of your videos. Obviously, we've talked about the importance in past episodes of creating video content. But I think it can be a little overwhelming sometimes when a client actually gets their video footage and then they're thinking, now what? Where do I put it? How do I leverage this to increase sales or build awareness? And so today we want to talk about ways to get the most value out of every video that you produce. So we'll just jump right into the list here. The first one is just creating a thumbnail for each video that you create. So especially if you are posting on YouTube or any platform like that allows you to add a custom thumbnail. It's really important to have something that grabs people's attention as soon as they see it. It might be the only opportunity you get to kind of draw someone in to watch the video if they're just scrolling through YouTube. And so it's important to have something that catches their eye.
Sweet. And then the second one would be creating a title and description for your video. And this is really important because, once again, almost like a thumbnail, there are tons and tons of videos on platforms like YouTube and Vimeo. So you want a title that's going to catch someone's attention and that isn't too long and too wordy, but you also want stuff that is more optimized, that people would be able to find easier when they're searching for something. So you don't want to have a 2-sentence long title, right? Like it's it's not going to be optimized for SEO or anything. It's not going to search well. So you want to have simple, clear, to the point things that are going to grab people's attention and actually make them want to click on the video. And then descriptions, as far as like YouTube videos go, are a great tool to provide a lot of information for people. Link it to your website so you have cross links going on. You can get people more traffic to your website. More information, your video chapters, whatever it is, make sure you're utilizing the power of a good title and the power of the description.
Absolutely. The third one is generating closed captioning or subtitles. It's pretty crazy the amount of video content that's consumed every day without the audio on. A lot of people are just scrolling and watching a video in their feed, but they don't actually click into it to turn the volume on. So closed captioning or subtitles can be really helpful for people to be able to read what's being said or what's happening in the video without actually clicking into it or turning the volume up.
Yeah, and then next, uploading the video to YouTube in the first place. A lot of people don't make this step. They, let's say, get a 2-minute brain video or something to showcase their company. they upload it directly to their website, embedded directly in the site. And one, that slows down your website a lot in loading times versus hosting it externally through YouTube or Vimeo. And two, you're not getting all of the additional benefits of getting traffic to that video from YouTube itself. So if you get a video, you can upload it to YouTube and Vimeo, and then you can also link that to your site. So it'll speed your website up. You're going to get more traffic to it, and it'll just work better all around.
Yeah, and keep in mind, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world right now.
Yeah.
So Google is by far the first largest. That's where most people go with questions or if they're trying to figure out a solution to a problem. But the second largest, pretty close behind, is YouTube. So people are starting to go to YouTube and Google questions.
Yeah.
How do I make a video? How do I fix my engine on my car? Like they're Googling things in YouTube essentially.
Yeah.
So number 5 is embedding the video on your website or blog. Isaac, you briefly mentioned this, but instead of directly uploading the video to your website, it's best practice to embed it to keep your site speeds really fast. But having videos on your website is going to help make your site more engaging. It's going to make it rank better through SEO. And we've found that adding videos as often as possible to your website is really helpful to clarify your services, to answer questions on an FAQ page. All throughout a sales funnel, you can have videos all along the way explaining next steps or answering questions. Can be really helpful. I'm super excited to announce today that Sleekfire is hosting its very first event. This event's going to be held at Waypoint Coffee Company here in St. John's, and it's actually the start of a new event series. We're hoping to do this about one per quarter, and the event series is called the Digital Drip. And the whole purpose of this series is to just get marketing professionals and business owners in the same room together to meet each other, to network, and to learn more about digital marketing. This is a free event, and the coffee and the baked goods and everything are on us. So all you have to do is register on our event page and show up, and it's going to be a blast. So you might be wondering, who is this event for? I think it's really for anyone who is interested in digital marketing and passionate about it and wants to learn more about how to implement digital marketing tactics in their business or organization. We have 3 speakers scheduled for this first event, and I'm really excited for you all to meet them and hear what they have to teach us. Firstly, we have AJ Morris, who is the Senior Product Manager at BitLift Cybersecurity here in St. John's. Secondly, we have Nick Pydek, who is the owner and who handles all of the marketing for Foster Coffee Co. in both Owasso, and they have an East Lansing location. And thirdly, we have Gary Morris, who is the owner of multiple companies, but primarily over the years, he has worked under Grafted In Digital Marketing. He's just a genius marketer. I've learned a lot from him over the years. So I'm really excited for all 3 of these speakers and for you guys to hear what they have to say at this event. This is a completely free event, but we do have limited space. So make sure you click the link below to reserve your free ticket.
So number 6 is sharing the video on social media platforms. This is a absolutely massive tool that you might not be taking advantage of. Just like getting that brain video or whatever and only hosting it on your website. Like you need other people to be bringing traffic to that video. So when you are, posting content on your website, but then you also post that stuff optimized for social media platforms. And what I mean by that is like if you're on Instagram, for example, you make that video vertical. So it's better optimized and people are using all of their screen real estate to watch your video. If you're on maybe Facebook or something, adding those captions like you talked about, because most people watch videos with the audio turned off. So going to those different platforms, utilizing all of them, and actually optimizing your video for each one of those can go a long way in getting more traffic and more eyes on your brand.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work too to contextualize each piece of content for each platform. It can be really frustrating. I mean, because ideally you're not just posting a horizontal video on your Instagram Reels and cropping in. You're actually editing a separate version that's optimized for it, and that can be time consuming, but it's worth it.
So the next one here is actually using your video content as a commercial. And basically what that means is you're not just hosting it organically somewhere and hoping people find it, right? You're actually maybe putting some ad spends towards that video, using that on TV, on Google Ads, whatever that is, to actually drive more traffic there. Versus just doing it organically on your website, you're going to get a lot more clicks on that video. You're going to get a lot more engagement overall. And I think there's just a lot more benefits of doing that depending on what your goal is with your video. Because if you just maybe want a brand video for your company, or you have like an about video or an FAQ video, you're probably not going to want to use that as a commercial.
Yep.
But if you have a 30-second brand video or customer testimonial or something, that could be something that could be working for you a lot harder, and really can be evergreen depending on how you make it. So it's never going to really go out of style if you do it well. And then you can put ad spends to that, and you're going to get a lot more engagement with your brand, a lot more traffic to your website, and hopefully a lot more business if those leads actually convert to paying customers.
Yeah, and it really depends on your strategy, your budget, and your situation with your company. There's a couple different approaches. You can go the free route, the organic route. It's just going to be a lot slower, right?
Yeah.
If you're posting consistent video content, you will build a following, and you'll have people, you'll get more and more views, and people will be watching your content over time. But there are situations where a company needs growth ASAP, and they want to put a little bit of ad spend behind a video to reach a very specific target market with a message and a call to action. So that can definitely be helpful. The next one is adding video to your email newsletter. This is something that we really love doing. Video is something that people like to click on instead of reading a long text newsletter. Not that that's always a bad thing, but adding a video to your newsletter can really just be the cherry on top to make it more engaging and more enticing for people to click and watch. Specifically, we found it's helpful if you can embed like an animated GIF of your video. Just export like a 5-second version of a video and turn it into a GIF with an online tool.
Yeah.
That way, people actually see the movement of the video and can click on it and be sent to watch the full video.
Yeah, and I think it's really powerful when you mix written form with video form, because you're kind of catering to multiple different audiences. Because some people, I know some people that prefer to read everything, and I know some people, most people prefer to just watch it.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool if you can do both of those to cater to as many people as possible.
For sure. And then similarly, this last point is embedding video in your emails. But this one, we're not so much meaning your email marketing, like through MailChimp or another platform. Talking more about individual emails that you're sending. This could be internally. It could be educational videos that you are sending to your team for them to watch and learn something. Or something I love doing is in sales emails, actually recording a personalized message, a customized video message of me saying that person's name and greeting them and saying hello and talking through the problems that they're facing, or asking questions or offering solutions in video form. We've really seen a very high conversion rate when we do that versus just text in an email. And so we've really been enjoying doing that lately. So these have been 9 ways that you can really leverage the video content that you produce to get the most value out of it. Every video that you make as a business owner costs you money, and so it has to bring you equal or greater value in return to make it worthwhile. So if you implement these, I can guarantee that you are going to get better results than if you were to just kind of blindly throw the video out on the internet and see what happens.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the All Things Video Podcast. We'll see you guys soon.
All Things Video is a podcast produced by Sleekfire. Sleekfire is a video production company based in St. John's, Michigan. For more information, visit sleekfire.io and make sure to check out our blog for a large collection of helpful resources.